coverage of the NFL brings us to the Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Tigers take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
And he'll be stopped. Right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing
and he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
They'll take over.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff as they run left side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
And a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. He gives it left side to Johnson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Gain of 6 on the play. And this is 3rd down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And it's caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Oh, they stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he stopped immediately there.
Won the ball carrier.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native. And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll drop to throw. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
A gain of 14.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Dancing to his left. And this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the gun, he'll hand this off. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Shotgun now from Murray. Steps away to his left. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 36 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
14-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, 49ers 7.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 12 yards there and a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Devin Bush. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Murray. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. 3rd down here.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run with Mostert. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. And this carries into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
On the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
A gain of 9.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Murray going to fire one out wide. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. Throwing on first down is Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Murray to air it out again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Joey Sly set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do, Just make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, your front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Gerald Everett in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have moved out in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going in.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
This is Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
1 yard. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
21. I'm going to run you over. 58, right over there.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
56 to Mark, 56.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Garoppolo. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On second down now. It's Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Mostert. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
65.
One more time with Mostert. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brings up 4th and...
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Robbie Gould on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by Gould is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13. Murray being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time, getting the sack.
3rd and...
That last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Murray buying time to his left. Able to find Isabella. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
At the Niners' 9-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Murray dancing to his left. That's into the hands of Dwelly. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. So they don't get anything out of that completion. I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
And can you just hear the old school coaches right now? You threw it for no yards? They don't want the ball in the air unless something positive is going to happen downfield. In that case, they'd rather have the quarterback try and run it himself. Just take care of the ball. If nothing else, just slide and get down.
Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth.
It's just me and you. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He was taken down.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. There's Garoppolo to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
58, 58, 58, Mike. Ricky, Ricky, Ricky. 58 to Mike, 58, 58 to Mike. Squeeze, double, double. One, Omaha. 58.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Forced it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. D. Ford able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on second and long. Murray. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be third and a mile. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, 83 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, you picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
At the 44-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
58, come on. 58, come on. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here comes the 49ers punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back. Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Niners, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.